What's up, guys? I hope you're doing well. Just kind of wanted to go over the manufacturing survey done by the Fifth Federal Reserve District. It's the Federal Reserve of Richmond, and they do this kind of this survey for the manufacturing industry, showing like how it's doing, their employment, price trends, wages, and so on, and certain other like expectations and stuff. It's a relatively short survey, only like 2 pages in terms of like the actual summary of data they have, but regardless, we'll head straight over to the screen share just so we can do it. There we go. Okay, hold on. Let me make this bigger for you guys. And I don't think I'll really block too much of it, so hopefully you guys can see it better. Let's go right back over to it. All right. Um, so basically, they measure this with varying amounts with various indices, right? And so you have the composite manufacturing index, which fell from 14 to -9 the past month. However, they measure this index, I didn't see exactly. Um, so basically, just kind of general trends, I guess, is what we're going to be talking about. And pretty much all of them fell. We have manufacturing, which you see went negative. Recently, and you see this massive spike in early 2020 for obvious reasons. And these see the light blue month is the monthly one. Light blue line is the monthly one. And then the dark blue is the 3 month moving average, and it's like that for all of these. And so you see that with employment, it's decreasing um, somewhat drastically. It's negative again. And then we have the employment index is also decreasing significantly, but it's still positive. Um, and then the biggest thing kind of in here is the price trends. You see the light blue is the prices paid by the manufacturers, and then dark blue is prices received. So basically, dark blue is like how much they're getting for their products, and then light blue is how much they're paying for their products. And we're seeing that and this is a percentage change, so it's not necessarily aggregate total. It's just how fast are those rates changing, um, or how fast are those prices changing, more technically. Um, and you're starting to see a spread here where their manufacturers are paying more on a percentage change basis than they are for the prices they're receiving. And so that's been happening ever since 2020. You've been able to at least see space between the two lines, um, kind of showing that manufacturers they're paying more relative. They're losing more of their I guess their margin as you for the past couple of years, basically on a percentage change basis. And so that being said, and then you have wage growth and such, where you see, okay, yeah, it's higher. At least in the past 5 years, it's near the highest it's ever been, with 2021 probably looks like mid 2021 being where it normally is. And I apologize for this flickering stuff. It's distracting me too. Um, never shared the Adobe or PDF reader. So, oh well. Um, but anyways, so wages are increasing. Seems like there's a little bit of an uptake as well. And I don't remember if it's in this one specifically. Says the wage index also remained elevated, indicating that a large share of firms continue to report increasing wages. Basically, trying to get more people. I'd assume it'd be to get more people into work. Like I know a lot of places are also doing like sign-on bonuses and such. Um, and I guess that it's kind of reflected in the fact of how steeply the employment index is actually dropping as well. Um, and they have a table with a whole bunch of other indicators. I highlighted some mostly to show the difference between like the current, like the measured conditions and what they expected. So I specifically highlighted capital expenditures just to show how much lower these are from what they were actually expected. Like in May, it was 7 points lower from 27 to 20. So like right here is what was expected for May 2022, and then this one's what we actually got for May 2022. Um, and then basically April was almost half of what it was thought to be or expected to be. And then about the same story for March. So at least that spread, at least on a percentage basis, it's now only like a fourth or so lower rather than half. So from 27 to 20 rather than from 39 to 21. That's pretty big difference. Um, and that's all in capex, right? And so they're not spending as much as they would expect on growing the business and such, which might be where this extra pay and wages is going. They're kind of the manufacturers are kind of, I guess, rotating their they're investing more in labor rather than in just pure capital, right? And so they're not kind of developing the plants enough or whatever. I think that's all I really highlighted. And again, you can just download this on the Federal Reserve Richmond, the Richmond Federal Reserve's website. They do these surveys, I think monthly, and for more kind of technical, the Fifth Federal Reserve District, in which the Richmond Fed is the head of, includes D.C., Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and most of West Virginia. West Virginia is one of those that are kind of split up because you have to remember these districts were were kind of designed, I guess, back in when the Federal Reserve Act was passed. And it was pretty much based off of the predominant trade regions of the time, right? And so that's why you see some of the states are separate based on whatever their kind of the predominant trades are in that respect. So stop screen share, head back over. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's an interesting little survey, just kind of thinking through things. And I'm sure you could find more stuff. That's why I'll link. Obviously, like I always do, put the source in there as well. So if you guys want to check it out yourself, which I always recommend, instead of just listen to me talk about it, like you can read it yourself and have a discussion about it in the comments or whatever. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you on the